Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Spoonful of Species, your go-to place for conservation through baking. My name is Caitlin, and I'm an interpretive naturalist with years of experience telling the stories of animals, both aquatic and terrestrial. I'm also an avid baker. So each week, I bake an animal-themed dessert and then discuss the conservation stories for that animal, and hopefully help you learn a few fun facts along the way. This week, I made red velvet red panda mini cakes, which were delicious and adorable, and I'm really excited to share both their cute little round faces and the recipe with you today. To make your red velvet red panda cake, you will need 1/2 cup of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of heavy cream plus 1/2 squeezed lemon, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 2.5 cups of flour, 1 1/2 cups granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of red food coloring, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. To make your red velvet cake, first preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Butter and cocoa powder your silicone baking molds. In your mixer, cream your butter and sugar together, and then add your eggs one at a time, and then add your vanilla. Add the 1/2 squeezed lemon to your heavy cream, and wait about 5 minutes. Then add the vinegar and food coloring to that mixture and set aside. Sift your cocoa powder into the mixer and combine. In a separate bowl, combine your dry ingredients, and then alternate adding the heavy cream and the dry mixture to your mixer on medium to low speed. Once completely combined, bake the batter in your silicone molds for approximately 15 minutes or until an inserted toothpick comes out clean. Red pandas are adorable tree-dwelling animals from Asia, and they are super cute. They are about the size of a house cat, and their tail is very fluffy and can be about 2 feet long, which helps them balance in the trees. Red pandas make for excellent climbers. They do spend most of their time in the trees running around, and they can even climb up and down tree trunks, and when they do climb down, they're facing downwards. So instead of like a bear that you might have imagined climbing downwards with their butt facing the ground, they'll actually have their face facing the ground when they climb down the tree trunks, with their big long claws helping them grip as they make their way down. Now, because they're such good climbers and they live in the trees and they climb so well, they're actually pretty awkward on the ground, which is both cute and adorably funny to watch. If they feel threatened, they'll often stand up on their hind legs to make themselves look bigger and tougher, but there's nothing that makes them cuter than when they do that. So these amazing red pandas are not very agile on the ground, but are really good climbers. So if you're in a treetop with a red panda, watch out. Red panda coloration, as they get their name, comes from the kind of woolly, thick fur that they have, and that helps keep them nice and warm in their forested areas. And also, they have kind of a rougher outer coat, which helps keep them nice and dry if it were to rain. And the red coloration helps them blend in to the treetops. There's a lot of mosses or lichens and leaves up there, and all of that kind of is reddish brown color in coloration, which helps them blend in. As I said before, red pandas love being in trees. They spend most of their lives up there, and they eat lots and lots of bamboo, but they'll also eat other things, eggs, small animals, whatever they can find, and they'll eat about 20 to 30% of their body weight every single day, which means that they spend about half of their lives looking for food. I'm sure that some of us can relate to that, and they eat the bamboo just like panda bears, the black and white kind, do, but they're not actually related to panda bears, but instead are their only member of their scientific family. To make your your frosting, you will need 3/4 cup of unsalted butter, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, 2 to 3 cups of powdered sugar, red and black food coloring, as well as a little bit of meringue powder if you would like, which will help harden your frosting. To make your frosting, first cream your cream cheese and unsalted butter together in a mixer on high speed until completely combined. Next, add your vanilla and salt and combine. Then slowly sift in your powdered sugar until the correct consistency is reached. Once your frosting is made, separate into white, black, and red, and then ice your cupcakes. Make a heart for the shape of the face on a cooled or even frozen cake. Then add your white muzzle and ears with a really stiff frosting. Finally, add the details with the black, the eyes, nose, whiskers, and the insides of the ears. Red pandas are threatened by deforestation, being hunted for their coats, and in the pet trade industry. So they are not doing super well in the wild. There's only about 10,000 of them left, which is a pretty low number. But fortunately, there are plenty of people doing lots of things to help the red panda. There are over 60 protected areas in Asia for the red panda, and there are different conservation groups helping increase that number every year. The Red Panda Network is a nonprofit that works with local communities to help red pandas in the areas in which they live. They help create new protected areas for red pandas, and they have monitoring projects that help see where red pandas are and how they're doing in the places where they already live. They also focus on community-based projects that help locals be able to get involved and learn more about red pandas and why they should be protected. It also helps the livelihood of the people who live there, which is always very important. So if you love red pandas and you've always wanted to see them, the Red Panda Network has eco vacations where you can go and see these red pandas in the wild, and the proceeds help benefit protecting them where they are. You can also donate your time and money to the Red Panda Network, and if you do donate, you can choose exactly where you want your money to go, and they have tons of projects on their website, and you can choose exactly where your dollars get spent. This has been another episode of A Spoonful of Species. If you had as much fun watching this video as I did making it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.